little Whistler. This is a video that I've been looking forward to film for quite some time now. I have booked a combination tour for some of Whistler's summer activities, and it includes two things. One is the RZR tour, and another is their SuperFly zipline. And another thing that's special about this video is I get to actually film someone who I usually film all my videos with, who's kind of like half my cameraman. Are you ready? Are you ready to debut yourself?
No.
Can I slowly pan to you for a second?
Maybe later.
Yeah, I can't wait to. I haven't been to Whistler in a very, very long time. I'm sure there's a lot more fun stuff to do now, and I can't wait to show you guys the village and all the areas, and then take some cool action shots. The whole purpose of getting like a little camera is to do these adventure videos, right? So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So I really can't remember the last time I was up in Whistler, and other than looking forward to the activities I booked for the day, I was happy to be able to walk around and check out the village. For someone who's not an avid skier or snowboarder, I don't come up to Whistler often, and I've always associated it with more winter sports, but actually, Whistler has a ton of stuff you can do during the summer as well that I didn't even know about, like whitewater rafting, bungee jumping, jet boating, mountain biking, just to name a few. But in this video, I went to go ziplining and to check out their RZR tour. Before we get to that, a bit about the Whistler village. It was a lot bigger and nicer than I recalled, and it's filled with lots of souvenir shops, clothing shops, restaurants, clubs, so I think it's safe to say there's something for everyone, and I think it's a great spot for locals and tourists. We also coincidentally came up during the Wanderlust Festival, which promotes healthy living through exercise, organic foods, so we were surrounded by live music and free swag and samples everywhere we went, which was nice. Since we made it there a little early, we decided to eat something before the long day ahead. Stone's Edge had a pretty nice looking brunch menu, and I had the steak and eggs, and the meat was a nice medium rare, but I did wish there was more of it. Finally, it was time to get our adventure started. We arrived at the adventure group office where we signed a few waivers and then got ourselves weighed. You can't go on the zipline if you're over a certain weight, and then a bus took us to our activity place. For those of you wondering, most of the non-water activities come to one meeting location, so if you're like me and you booked a couple of activities one after another, you don't have to go anywhere else, you can just stay in one spot. My butt is so hot. So that's it, everyone. It was a long day, but it was also super fun. For those of you who plan on heading to Whistler for the same activities as I did, here are a few tips. Number 1, if you're booking multiple activities, you can book them relatively close to one another. As I said earlier, unless it's water sports, everyone meets at the same base, so you won't be wasting a lot of time heading from one location to another. Number 2, bring something to cover your camera. Luckily, my GoPro had a waterproof case that I used to block out all the dust, but if you plan on bringing a nice camera out on the dirt road, you might want to protect it. Keeping your camera safe is also important when you're flying through the air over hundreds of trees at more than 100 kilometers per hour. And number 3, wear comfortable, inexpensive clothes. You want to look your best for the photos, but trust me, you'll need to wash everything after your excitement-filled day, so it's best to go with something more casual. An extra tip for the RZR tour goers: if you go during a wet day, you'll be riding a lot faster, but if you go during a nice day like me, you'll get to check out all the nice scenery. So depending on what you want out of the tour, you'll want to plan for the weather accordingly. Overall, I'd have to say I enjoyed my SuperFly experience the most just because the staff at the SuperFly Ziplines were super friendly and knowledgeable, and it was just a great outdoors summer BC type of activity. Each zipline had its own unique characteristics, and if you want to know them in more detail, I suggest you go up there yourself and try it out. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe and join me on my next adventure. See you next video. Bye! P.S. If you're driving from Whistler to Vancouver and you're a fan of craft beer, I mentioned in my Sea to Sky Gondola video that you can check out Howe Sound Brewery for their selection of craft beer. I'm not sponsored by them, but I swung by for dinner and I got a chance to show you their bottles, so here it is!